Today on Forbes, America's richest families. From Waltons to Rockefellers, these are the 54 richest. For America's 250th anniversary, Forbes is celebrating our own version of founding fathers and mothers, the entrepreneurs behind what have become the largest family fortunes in the country. Most built one or more of the nation's most successful businesses. Many, though not all, of these companies are still owned and run by the descendants of their founders all these years later. That includes everyone from the Hughes family, with estimated fortune of $14.7 billion, who are behind Public Storage and who are now in their third generation, to the oldest clan on the list, the DuPonts, with an estimated fortune of $22 billion, who founded what became the chemical giant bearing their name in 1802, and are now in their ninth generation. Forbes first began tracking individual billionaire wealth in 1918, when oil baron and future philanthropist John D. Rockefeller, who died in 1937, was featured as the world's first and only billionaire in Forbes magazine. Over the last 13 years, we've also periodically ranked America's richest families, including the Rockefellers, who are now in their seventh generation and tied for 45th on this year's list, with an estimated $12.5 billion fortune. The cutoff for our first ever ranking of the country's wealthiest clans in 2014 was just $1 billion. But with billionaire wealth skyrocketing to unprecedented heights, as seen when Elon Musk briefly became the first trillionaire in June, Forbes raised the table stakes for our families list to $10 billion in 2024. Forbes found a record 54 multi-generational clans on our second ever ranking of America's deca-billionaire families, up from 45 on that first 2024 list. The combined net worth of this year's group is $1.9 trillion, nearly $600 billion more than the total 2 years ago. All but 5 of these families are already in at least their fourth generation. These clans, some of which have hundreds of family members, or thousands in the case of the DuPonts, are behind everything from M&M's and Chick-fil-A to Windex and Orkin Pest Control to the Kansas City Chiefs and the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. 10 newcomers debut on our 2026 ranking. They include Carrollton, Georgia-based cable and wire manufacturer Southwire's Richards family, with an estimated fortune of $13.1 billion. The list of newcomers also includes the heirs to the late information technology pioneer turned two-time independent presidential candidate Ross Perot Sr., with a fortune of $12.8 billion, and the Lockton family, $10 billion, behind the Kansas City, Missouri-based insurance brokerage bearing their name. Also appearing on the list for the first time are the biggest winners of 2025's biggest IPO, Northfield, Illinois-based medical supplies giant Medline's founding Mills family, with a fortune of $29.6 billion. Only one family, Houston-based Westlake Corporation's Chow clan, dropped out of the ranks, as their mostly publicly traded fortune fell by $4.9 billion to an estimated $9.3 billion over the past 2 years. Just 7 other families from the 2024 list got poorer. The biggest loser among that remaining group was the Brown family, behind Louisville, Kentucky-based Brown-Forman Corporation, the publicly traded maker of Jack Daniel's whiskey, whose net worth dropped by $5.8 billion to an estimated $10.7 billion. Other well-known families that missed the cut include the Dolans, the owners of the New York Knicks, who ended the franchise's 53-year championship drought in June. The biggest winner by far has been America's richest family ever since we first began tracking family fortunes in 2014. The descendants of Walmart founder Sam Walton, who died in 1992, and his brother Bud, who died in 1995, have seen their fortunes soar by an estimated $253 billion to $520 billion in just 2 years, as their Bentonville, Arkansas-based retail giant stock has skyrocketed by 117%. That means if Sam Walton were still alive today, he'd likely control the second largest fortune on Earth after Elon Musk. The next biggest gainer was the family behind Wichita, Kansas-based conglomerate Coke Inc., formerly Koch Industries, whose fortune grew by $41 billion over the past 2 years, to an estimated $157 billion, boosting the Kochs from number 3 to number 2 on this year's list. Led by the son of founder Fred Koch, who died in 1967, 90-year-old chairman and co-CEO Charles Koch, the Kochs swapped spots with the heirs to the Mars Inc. candy, snack, and pet food empire, who took the number 2 ranking from the Kochs on the 2024 list. The Mars family's net worth also increased by $12 billion to an estimated $129 billion. No other American family has a 12-figure fortune. For full coverage and to see the whole list, check out Matt Duro and Andrea Murphy's piece on Forbes.com. This is Kieran Meadows from Forbes. Thanks for tuning in.